So yeah, we're live now. So hello everyone again. It's nice Thursday evening, and weeks are flying just one by one. And also this day has been like I don't know where it's gone. So, but I'm really happy to continue our conversations, and I understand that you like to hear about weight loss surgery stories, to see real people who have done this, and actually years ago already. And so the life continues, and I'm happy that Caitlin agreed to share her story, her information, her struggles, good days, bad days, and yeah, welcome Caitlin to studio, and I'm happy you're here and you're looking great.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, great. So I think maybe we can start straight away. So about your story before your weight loss surgery was you had the gastric sleeve surgery in August of 2021, which is good 3 years already, almost 2.5. It's
It goes really
2024 now.
quickly.
Yes,
Really
yes. So yeah, maybe you can tell about your decision-making process, why you decided to do the surgery, and what made you to go really forward to it. So how long you've been researching, maybe, and why, the main reasons. How did you feel?
So the reason I wasn't always big. I wasn't always fat. It was only sort of in my early to mid 20s that I started to put on weight. Just through, sort of like mental health issues. I just started eating more and more, and I just put on a lot of weight really quickly. And then I just sort of woke up one day and was like, I honestly saw people on TikTok that were discussing bariatric surgery. And I was like, I don't know why I've never even considered it. I just thought it was so like beyond something that I would ever do. Like I'd never had surgery before. I thought it would be too expensive. And I just one day woke up and I was like, oh, I'm done with this. I don't want to live my life like this anymore. So I need to like change my life. So I pretty much decided that day. I woke up and I was just, I'm doing it. I got to get it done. And then I started researching, and that led me a lot.
Yeah, but it was your mental health that made you like eat. So what was wrong? So with your mental health, what was like this?
So I was just quite lost in the world. I'd finished university. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And I was just depressed that I didn't know what I was doing with my life. So I just put all my time and effort into eating. I just would like numb the pain with food. And so every evening I have supper, and then I would spend the evenings, I'd walk to the shop and I'd go buy crisps and drinks and chocolate, and I would just binge and gorge on food like every night. And I stopped seeing my friends as much. I didn't want to talk to anyone, so I just numbed the sort of depression with food, basically. And that's what led me to just putting on so much weight really, really quickly.
Yeah. So when you started to consider weight loss surgery, what was maybe your concerns, your questions, your biggest like worries, or?
My biggest concern, honestly, like first of all, the costs. I looked into the UK originally, and I just thought there's no way I can afford that. I'd only just started a full-time job at that time, and I was like, I can't afford that at all. So I was scared for that. I was scared of obviously something going wrong. Obviously, I had nothing to be worried about, but I'd never had any kind of surgery before. I'd never really been ill, so I didn't know what it would feel like to have anesthetic and how sick I would feel and how long it would take to recover. So I think those are the main things I was scared about, and traveling on my own because I'd never done that before either. So yeah, did that
Many new experiences.
a lot.
So it asks, I think, you like to be quite brave actually for the decision I think, itself to make this surgery and to have the surgery and to travel abroad. Yeah, so that maybe your decision-making process somehow, what was your, why did you choose Weight Loss Latvia then?
So, number of things. Obviously, the price was good. It wasn't too cheap though. If you know what, like I see a lot of these places in Turkey, and they're trying to do bariatric surgery plus Botox and lip filler, and like they do like these packages, and it's like £2,500. I just thought like it's too cheap, honestly. Like, you know, I it just made me nervous. I didn't like the idea of that. I like that Latvia it's within the EU, isn't it? Or European. So I kind of like that bit. So that kind of gave me a little bit more comfort. And you were able to fit me in at a time that was good for me. So I think when we started speaking, I think I was there within like a month or something. Like it didn't take too long. It didn't wait too long as well. So I think that was another big part of it as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As well was good. So
yeah. Okay. Then surgery. You're here. How the process went? So how did you feel? Do you remember? How did you feel? You were like filming yourself as well and sharing your experience already.
It's funny. Like I don't remember a lot of it now. Like if I was to watch back the videos that I made on TikTok, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that. So you do sort of, because it is a bit of a whirlwind, because there's so much and you're kind of nervous and you're thinking about, you know, how the surgery is going to go, that you do sort of forget to try and take it in a little bit and maybe like enjoy Latvia a bit more. But I sort of remember getting off the flight and just being like, what the hell? Like I'm in Latvia. I don't think I'd ever been that far away into Europe before. I was just like, it was a weird experience. So a lot of like nerves, but definitely excited at the time. Super excited.
But that's just a 2.5 hours flight, so it's not.
Yeah, it was quick. It was a lot.
It's quick.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
So got a free sandwich on the way. It was lovely.
Yeah, it is. So now it's snow. So yeah, maybe then after the surgery, when you started your new life, so maybe you remember your biggest struggles and challenges. How was it to change the diet? So what was the biggest like struggle for you?
Immediately afterwards, it was just having to want food in your head. Like my head wanted, big plates of food because it wouldn't know that I'd had anything done, but then my body being like, you can't eat now. So sort of my eyes were too big for my stomach. I would see lots of food and be like, that looks amazing. And if I was giving myself portions, I'd always give myself way too much. Even if I was doing smaller portions, I was like wasting food. There wasn't too much pain, to be honest. I found the recovery was pretty quick. I'd say the biggest, I don't know, the sort of the thing that was the hardest was my gallbladder issues, which is super common for weight loss surgery patients. So I was just one of the fortunate ones that's gallbladder didn't do too well out of it. So that was probably the hardest bit, because I was quite ill with my gallbladder.
But it was like a while after already.
A year, yeah. It was a while. It didn't really feel like it was related. It was just because of the weight loss, but the surgery did its job. So yeah.
So this is what I remind also Dr. Alex Kozlovskis always reminds to do ultrasound checks like 8 months after the weight loss surgery to be sure everything's fine there, or if you find the gallstones there, which can be there already before the surgery actually. So, and then this process just gets faster maybe, or the symptoms are coming out after weight loss surgery. And many people have had cholecystectomies already before weight loss surgery. So this is quite common issue also without weight loss surgery. But of course, this rapid weight loss is one of the factors that makes this risk higher. And so this is a reminder But yeah,
Yeah.
so Caitlin, you had the gallbladder surgery a year, a bit more after.
So yeah, it's about a year and a month or something. I got
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
back to Latvia to see Ilva
Mm-hmm.
and Dr. Meg, and got my gallbladder
Yeah.
removed as well. And that again was kind of sore. Like it's not nice to be cut open, but I was walking around Riga like 2 days later, walking around museums, so it was a pretty speedy recovery for that as well. So that was
Mm-hmm.
also really,
So yeah, the laparoscopic surgeries are done today, like yeah, and of course, surgical techniques. So the doctors are really skilled and so no big damage. So they do everything as they can. Yeah, maybe your lifestyle, how it has changed, or your I don't know, like joy of life, your perceptions about everything, and so.
um, so I liked it kind of felt like the start of my life, really. When I started losing the weight, like my confidence shot up. Obviously, like it will naturally. I just felt like myself again. Um, and before I had the surgery, I was taking medication for anxiety. So had little tablets. I take like 3 a day because I was just constantly anxious and like my chest hurt all the time because I was like just walking around feeling horrible because I didn't like how I looked and I didn't want anyone to look at me. And then I lost all the weight and I don't take that medication anymore. I don't need it. So I know like at its core, it's changed my mental health, that side of things. Um, it's allowed me to be more confident to go into like the workplace. So I've got like a job that I've been at now for a year, which I always struggled holding jobs down. Now I'm being at this
Mm,
new job that I love. Um, I sort of it changed everything for me. Like I
mm,
can't really say how much it changed everything. And even just my relationship with food. Like in the lead up to the surgery, I did some therapy to try and work on why I was eating and binging and trying to stop the binge eating. And now I don't binge eat at all now. Not that I could, but I don't have that urge to eat as much as I
mm.
can. I have like a really healthy relationship with food now. I have treats here and there, but I don't feel the need to have them all the time. So yeah, it's
Did
changed a
it,
lot.
yeah, did it happen kind of naturally, or you were putting like really effort to change this and so?
It was a bit of both, to be honest, because if you can't, when you have the restriction, after a while, you sort of just lose the desire a little bit. Like it doesn't give you the same buzz as it did before. So I do feel like it helped me on like a physical level, but like emotionally and sort of mentally, I think I did have to put work in on figuring out why I wanted to eat so much and try to replace it with
Mhm.
other things like exercise or going to see friends and going into work, things like that. I was able to kind of distract myself a little bit in that sense. So yeah, it's a bit
Mhm.
of you've got to put the effort in, but the surgery is going to help you along as well. So putting them together is great.
Yeah. So maybe you can tell a bit like how your day schedule is looking. How much do you eat? How much do you exercise? You sleep? Your things. Is it
Yeah.
better, healthier? How much of what? And so what products? Maybe about the products. Or can you eat everything, or you have to avoid something? How is it working?
I I generally eat less sweets and sugar than I used to. I don't feel the need to binge on, you know, fatty foods. I think a big part of it was when I was having the gallbladder issues, you can't really eat fats. So I had to learn how to have quite a low fat diet. And that's kind of, I've sort of been able to keep that a little bit. Um, so I have introduced it back into my diet, but not as bad as I would do. I'm just a bit more conscious. I think, what have I eaten today? Um, I had like it's boring, but I just had toast for breakfast. I had some chicken for lunch, and then this evening I've made like a pasta bake or something. Like not the most exciting. But then other days I'll have like gorgeous noodles, or, you know, like food isn't limited for me. There's not much I couldn't eat, but I wouldn't want to eat badly all the time anymore. I just interest me anymore.
And do you exercise?
I do, not as much as I should. I was thinking of getting one of those walking pads, just because I'm working all day from home. It is tricky to kind of get out and get to the gym because I don't live near one. So I'm thinking of getting like a little walking pad. But I do, you know, I can run now. I can run a 5K, which I could never do before. So I occasionally go on Saturday mornings and go running, which I do like. But it's just commitment. Like I need to do more, to be honest. I've got to do more. But it exercise is much easier now as well, which I love. I can actually before couldn't run at all.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. The water intake is important as well. So how much do you drink? Is it enough?
A lot more, again, a lot more than I used to. Probably is not. I've never been a big water drinker anyway, but more than I used to. I've got like big bottles of. I've got water here actually. See, I am drinking, so I do try and drink more than I used to, and also it helps you, like fills you up, makes your skin nicer. So there's benefits to it.
Yeah. And your supplements, vitamins, minerals, do you take daily?
I've got a little. I'll show you. Let me get them. So always have one of these every day. That's just got like multivitamins, like biotin for like hair and nails, because that's something that you can struggle with. Sometimes your hair isn't as strong or thick as it used to be. My nails have never quite, they're still a little bit softer than they used to be, but you know, you can't win them all. What else did I have? Just things like vitamin C, just my immunity. Like I just make sure I take these. I can't take them all in one go because it makes you feel quite sick. But I'll just sort of go through them throughout the day. So I'd say like getting like one of these, or you know, like the AM PM tablet holders are really useful, to be honest.
You're quite organized with this. This is a good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's good.
These are my work desk, and then so I make sure. And then on Friday when I finish work, I'll put these in my bedroom so I don't forget about them. So they're taken every day.
Good.
Yeah.
Like a role model, doing everything.
I'm going to be a role model, apparently.
Yeah. Do you find like kind of something? Yeah, but I understand that not so about this maintenance now. So it's quite already a time after the surgery. So it's been like the surgery. You are used to everything, and so do you like find yourself thinking about that you could gain, or you need to manage somehow, or to pay more attention to something, or so?
Yes, like I've put on a bit of weight, but that was only because I was almost underweight with my gallbladder issues. So when I was able to start eating again, basically, because I was quite ill for a little while with my gallbladder, and there was not much I could eat without being in pain. So now I've managed to put on a little bit, and I feel like I'm at a better weight now, even though I'm slightly larger than my absolute lowest. I'm a nice weight. I feel like I don't look too bony now, and my hair and my skin, it's thicker, so that's kind of helped. So yeah, I get nervous about putting the weight back on. I think everyone does. Like that's normal, but it's just about trying to recenter yourself, and I guess just take it a day at a time. You know, like it's like a lifestyle change. It's not something that you're gonna fix overnight. You need to just you got to do it consistently. You know, eat well consistently. So challenge some days.
Yeah, so this is what I also try like to remind always, that this is not just like one time fix or some like campaign or something. So this is the all life lasting things that you have to change, and you have to live and there will be ups and downs in your life, and so nothing is solved like forever, you know. So this is one part of your life which gives you this kind of like a tool to make your life happier and healthier, and to maintain like these activities as well as that the sports is every day, so healthy eating is every day, also the same as job and family, and we're every day doing something. So this all things for your life, for your better health is like for every day. So good. So so I see we do not have any questions here. So then maybe we can start to finish already, and maybe you have some like, I don't know, 3 tips, for example, for those who are going for surgery soon, what they should know or what they should think about. What is the most important? What you can say?
Tips. I would say if you're going away soon to get the surgery, make sure that you have your fridge stocked for when you come back with things like your protein drinks and waters and things like that. So make sure when you come back you've got things ready to go. You don't have to think about it when you come back. God, what else? I mean, always take your vitamins. Like I didn't at the start as much as I should have, and I've noticed a difference when I do take them more. That I feel better generally. I do just feel better when I take them. I would say try and work before, if you can, before getting the surgery or at the start of when you've got the surgery, do try and, if you're able to, figure out the reasons why you eat and try and work out why you have like a bad relationship with food before getting the surgery. Don't just get the surgery because you think it's going to be an easy fix, because it's not. Like I've got restrictions and it's hard for me to eat loads of food, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't put on weight again. Like you need to work out the mental side of things, preferably before, but if not, there's never too late to start trying to figure out why you are the way you are, so work on the mental side, I'd say, is like my main advice.
Good. Are you happy?
So happy. I'm so happy. Like I'm like, I've always said this was kind of like kickstart to my life. It was, yes, it's a tool and you've got to put the work in, but it gives you that kind of kickstart. It gives you that fresh start. You lose a lot of weight and then you're just you're on your way. Then you just, if you're thinking about getting the surgery, like honestly, like people watching, like really consider it, because it's changed my life in more ways than I can kind of describe here on TikTok and Facebook. It's been life changing. And I would do it again tomorrow if I had to. I would do it tomorrow. Like I would tell all my friends to get it, like if they needed it. I think it's the best thing I ever did.
Yeah. Good. So happy to see you, and happy to talk, and happy to like see you so happy and like shining and sparkling, and this is great. And thank you that you joined and like found your time and to share your life and so. And yeah, I hope this helps to someone, and happy living. Keep in touch then.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah?
I so will.
Okay. Yeah. Ciao. Bye bye.